Hi, welcome back. It's me, Amber. I just wanted to get on here and do like a quick update on how's this diet going, have I lost any weight, did I have any struggles, you know, all that stuff. So first, how's it going? And did I lose weight? I did lose weight. First full week and lost 7 pounds. So yeah, that's great. That shows that what I'm doing is actually working. There's, you know, weight coming off. So it's always a great thing to see when you step on the scale and you're like, oh my God, I'm 7 pounds thinner. Still have quite a bit to go. I might do like, I might in the description, like list my weight and then how much I've lost and how much I have left. Just so like, you know, if talks of weight loss and whatnot, it's kind of triggering to some people. You don't have to see my weight. You can, just people who want to get that information, they can just go in the description and look at it. So I know that 7 pounds isn't like a fat or anything. Oh, fully fat. I know that 7 pounds is probably mostly water weight, but you know, I'm going to take a win where I can. So some struggles that I had during this time was if I don't eat for long periods of times, I always tend to get a headache. It's not necessarily that I'm hungry. I read that it's mostly due to like a lack of salt. So I was drinking a lot of water. That's something that I need to also do better at, drink more water. But I was already drinking a lot of water. I also started adding a little electrolyte packets to that. Like I know Mios has like the squirt electrolytes and Gatorade has the little in fact, I can show you. So these packets from Gatorade, I just add these to my water. Usually I have a bottle of water, add one in there, chug that, and headaches are gone. Don't have to really worry about headaches. I did struggle a little with waiting for so long to eat one meal. So some days I did eat a little earlier than other days, or sometimes I would just have a small snack to like hold me over until I got to my one meal a day. And that's perfectly fine. Like a little snack's not gonna destroy your entire weight loss journey. So that is something I did. Had a little snack, held me over. Usually it was something like Cheez-Its. I probably should have a healthier snack, but all I had in the house was Cheez-Its and crackers. So a little bit of crackers, a little bit of Cheez-Its held me over today. Another struggle I had, this is not necessarily dealing with the Omad diet, is I'm still trying to figure out a good filming style. So especially in this video, you'll notice per recipe, I'm gonna have like 3 different filming styles. Like the camera angles are gonna be constantly changing and stuff. Just because I'm trying to figure out something that works for me, where it's, you can still see me making the food, but like the lighting is better. I'm just trying to figure out everything. I am a new YouTuber, so filming in general is new to me as well. I've never been like a filmographer or anything like that. So still trying to work out how to get a better filming style. So as time goes on, I'll definitely get better with that. But right now it's kind of, you know, kind of sucks. But it'll get better, I swear. I think in my videos, I also want to start doing mini grocery hauls. I just have to remember to do that. I mean, I'm filming these recipes, but I realize I'm not showing the ingredients that I'm actually using in these recipes. So I should start doing that more. Like I'm showing the seasonings, but I'm not showing the ingredients. So probably starting next week or maybe the week after, I'm gonna try to start filming mini grocery hauls in the beginning of the video, or I might do that as a separate video. I haven't decided yet, just because I know I like watching grocery hauls. I like to see what people buy and I like to see like new things they're trying out. So I'm going to start doing that as well, share that so you can like see different things I buy and maybe get some ideas on what you want to do for dinner. And if you guys have like any like suggestions or anything of anything you want to see, just like, you know, you can always comment and leave that in there. Like if you want to see more chicken videos, or you want to see something with like steak, anything or like fish videos. I don't like fish, but I do want to start liking fish. So if someone's like, hey, can you show more meals with fish in it? I will attempt it. That will give me the push I need to maybe try to start liking fish. I read somewhere that if you eat something for I think a month, then you'll start liking it. I don't know how true that is, but I can attempt to try, because I do want I do eventually want to go to New Orleans, and New Orleans is all about fish. So, I mean, I can't go to New Orleans and not like fish. That's sacrilegious. That's absolute blasphemy, you know? Moving forward, I don't know if I'll keep these little tiny intros in the beginning of the video. I might just start the video like, and I might start doing like a little thing where I list the recipes that I'm doing for the week like in a little box next to me. In fact, I can probably do that now. I'll probably just edit that in a little box of what recipes you'll see for the week, a little sneak preview, so you can decide if you want to stay for the rest of the video or not. But you know, that's up to you. Once I learn how to like edit stuff like that, I'll start doing that. Another thing is, I don't know if I want to continue. I like doing little intros like this because it kind of gives you a glimpse into my personality, but I don't know, some people might not like this, so I might start doing outros instead of intros. So like I'll just like hop into the video, maybe say hi, thank you, and then like at the end of the video I'll do like an outro where I'm talking about like the updates for the week. So that way people don't have to sit here and listen to me talk for like 30 minutes. Or I can just like, I see people do things where like they break up the video into sections so people can like skip that. I might do that. I think that's easier than what I was thinking. Yeah, I might just do that. I might just do the intro for people who just want to see me and want to see me talk, which is probably not much. And then I'll just break up the video into little pieces for everybody else. So we'll go ahead, hop right into the video. Thank you again for watching. If you like it, please like, comment, and subscribe. Comment, you can comment whatever you want. Even if you don't like the video, if you're like, I hate this video, this is the worst thing I've ever seen, just, you know, leave some constructive criticism. You know, what did you hate about it? What was the worst thing you ever seen? Did you not like the way I was filming? Give me some criticism, because I'm still learning. Like, how am I gonna learn if people don't tell me what's wrong, you know? So if you hate the video, go ahead and hit the dislike button and then tell me why you hate it so I can figure it out. But yeah, thank you again for joining, and I will get into the video, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye. So jumping right into the video, the first meal is going to be lemony pork piccata. This is an old Weight Watchers recipe that I had found that I still occasionally use because it is just so delicious. So right here I'm just chopping up some garlic, mincing up a bunch of it. I'm also dicing up a shallot. A shallot's kind of like a cross between an onion and garlic, but if you don't have a shallot, then using a white onion would probably work just as well here. So I am using pork for this recipe, but honestly, I think it would go just as good with chicken. So if you decide to like switch this out with a different protein, I think chicken would be really good for this as well. I'm sorry about this garlic powder. It's just going to be in the way for a little bit. I wasn't really paying attention to the camera and I just put it there, and I'm noticing now as I'm editing that it's just gonna be in several of these clips. film this, but I did also season this flour. So all the same seasonings you saw that went on the pork also went into this flour. And I also added a tiny bit of cayenne powder just for a little bit of a kick because I like my stuff spicy. So all that is just going right into the flour. So here I'm just mixing up the topping that I put at the end right on top of the pork after it's finished cooking. So I just put a little bit of Parmesan, some lemon pepper, and some parsley flakes. I will say the amount of lemon pepper I put into this, I would not recommend. I put way too much. What I just dumped here, that's more than enough. I should not have added more, but I did. I would not recommend adding too much because you will burn your tongue on this lemon powder. I mean, it's crazy. Like it felt like I had something super hot in my mouth the way it burnt my tongue up. So I just cooked the pork here for about 4 minutes on each side or until it's like a nice golden color. It doesn't really take too long. These are pretty small pieces of pork, so they cook relatively quickly. After the pork's done cooking, in the same oil, I just added all those shallots and that garlic that I had chopped up earlier. And then I added, well, this is veggie broth. I should have used chicken broth, but I didn't have any chicken broth, so I just added veggie broth. What you see me trying to chop up is those chicken bouillon cubes, but it kind of didn't want to chop up, so in the end I just kind of stirred it a little and left it there and hoped it would dissolve. And then right after that, I squeeze in a full lemon. Added these capers in. I forgot to film this part, so here's just a picture of the capers that I added. I'm so sorry, but like the next 3 minutes are just going to be this horrible quality. My camera died and my phone also died, so I used a backup phone and it just looks atrocious. But here I'm just adding the pork into that broth that I let simmer for a little. And I'm going to let the pork and the broth flavors all get to know each other. Once the sauce thickens up a little, you can plate it up. So here I'm just putting all the pork into one plate, and then I'm just gonna spoon some sauce on the top. And this is my plate. I just used a can of green beans, Glory green beans, as my vegetable. And I'm just sprinkling some of that Parmesan lemon pepper topping that I made earlier on top. And here's a better picture of my fiance's plate because it's here. And we're all about the aesthetics here. Up next is meal 2. Feta burgers with arugula and fries. This is actually a recipe I got from a Bob's Burger cookbook. It has like 100 different burgers in it, and every now and then I like to try new burgers, and this is the one I decided to try. So here I'm just using Laura's lean ground beef. I like to use it because it's like probably the leanest ground beef I've seen in the stores, and leaner ground beef, usually less fat, lower in calories, a little bit better for you than the other stuff. So originally the plan for this was to just use fries, but then I realized I didn't really have enough fries. So I did find a bag of tater tots in my freezer, and I just added that on top of the fries. I did want to toast up these ciabatta rolls a little beforehand, so here I'm just cutting them up to open them up, and I'm going to add a little bit of butter and broil them for about 5 minutes or so until they're nice and crispy around the edges. Now the Bob's Burger recipe does call for these burgers to be stuffed with the feta rather than topped with the feta, but I didn't really feel like messing up the already pre-made patties, so I just put them on top here so they can still be a part of the burger without necessarily having to be in the burger. I am adding a little bit of water here just to get some steam going to help the feta melt a little, and then I'm just going to pop the top on and let that sit for a couple of minutes to get all melty. The Bob's Burger recipe also called for mustard and mayonnaise to be put on the burger, my fiance hates mustard and he hates mayonnaise, so I didn't put that on his, but I wanted to try to stay true to the recipe, so I did put it on mine to try it out to see how it would taste. And I must say, these burgers were absolutely delicious. I was surprised because I don't normally like arugula, but these burgers honestly made me like arugula. Like, I will eat it a lot more often nowadays because of this recipe. Alright, coming up on our last meal, these are jumbo stuffed shells and chicken thighs. This is another old Weight Watchers recipe that I had, and it was really good, so I once again kept this in rotation as well. The Weight Watchers recipe doesn't normally call for chicken thighs. I think it's just the jumbo shells, but I wanted to add at least a little bit of protein in, because if I don't have protein, I'm starving within a couple minutes of eating food, so that's why I went ahead and added these chicken thighs as well. And all these seasonings you see me adding are just seasonings that I use for all my recipes. So garlic powder, onion powder, black pepper, parsley, oregano, lemon pepper, basil, and a bunch of red pepper flakes because I like things spicy, and also some adobo because adobo is something I use in every single recipe. So I think the original recipe does call for spinach to be added, but I still had a bunch of arugula left over from the burgers, so I wanted to use it, so I just added it in here. I also don't think the recipe says to add Parmesan into this mix, but I also had a bunch of Parmesan, so I used up what was in the fridge and I dumped that in here as well. The process to stuff these does take forever, so if you have someone else in the house, I would highly recommend asking them to help out, because if not, you'll be here for a long time stuffing these shells. I would also say to at least rinse these shells off before starting to stuff them, because if you look hard enough, you can kind of see the steam coming off of these, and those were burning my hands. Those were hot, so I should have definitely rinsed them off beforehand. Also, mine look terrible because after a while I stopped caring how they looked, and I was just trying to get them in so I can hurry up and put them in the oven. So and that concludes the video. Thank you guys so much again for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, dislike, still comment if this video just made you angry and hateful. That's perfectly fine as well. So, and I will see you guys next week.